everyone. Welcome. I know this is a session we've all been waiting for, having our designers up on stage talking to everyone. I'm Andrew Green, the head of design here at Canva. Thanks everyone for being here today. It's a real joy to return to San Francisco and connect with our developer community for the second consecutive year. We had a lot of fun last year. We invited all the developers to extend their creativity on our platform. Here's a picture of me inverted from last year on the top. In that time, we've seen developers, builders, and dreamers unleash their imagination onto our Canva community. And this year, we want to talk about how you can build the world's most beautiful app. But before we dive in, I want to bring Simone up, one of our lead designers, to talk about a bit of an update on what's happened since last year. Come on up, Simone.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Very excited to be here again, the second year in a row, as you said. Over the past year, we've been working very hard to build more tools and design guidelines to help you build your app. So what if we jump on a time machine and see what happened? Shall we?
Let's do it.
The app review process. When we first launched the app marketplace, we only had a few apps, but that changed quickly. Within just a few months, the number of apps grew rapidly. And with that growth, we realized we needed support, a system for the marketplace and for your apps. So we established a team of designers here to review your app, answer any question, and provide detailed feedback to make sure your app truly thrives in our marketplace. Our app review process is key to maintaining the quality standard for our 190 million active users. Next up, the App UI Kit. I don't know if you remember, but last year we launched our first ever App UI Kit, a comprehensive library of pre-made components for you to use and build your app. When we first launched, we only had few components, and I can tell we've been working very hard on UI Kit. And today, we have more than 40 components available, from tabs, peels, flyouts, cards, alerts, and a wide range of icons, and many more. And we make sure we keep the app UI Kit updated. But adding new components is not a pure adding game. Our team of designers and developers work very hard to understand the challenges and developer needs, which means every new release comes with a curated set of new components. The other part very important for us are app templates. Canva templates are a key piece of our product. We decided to launch app templates. One of our core design principles is building blocks, which means having the right pieces, the blocks, to kick off your design implementation. So we started with two templates, the DEM, Digital Asset Management, and Gen AI. But what are these templates? Think about UI pattern, interaction, and built-in UX ready for you to use. So you don't have to spend hours thinking about component permutation or different layout. That's just an unnecessary headache. Now, these two are just the beginning. More to come. Watch this space. Now, with all these improvements that happened over the past year and the creativity of our developer community, we've seen so many incredible apps coming to the marketplace and so many beautiful apps coming to the marketplace. But why beautiful is so important? Andrew, can you tell me more?
That's a good question, Simone. Put it simply, beautiful apps perform better. A high-quality app thumbnail will really capture that first attention of the user. An excellent first impression of an app will help first-time users get value as soon as possible. A unified and clear, well-designed user interface will mean users will return to your app again and again and again. Beautiful, simple apps perform better on Canva. This is great for your business. So let's go through some of the examples of beautiful apps. So over the past year, I've seen numerous examples of apps. I love diving in and seeing some of the new ones come in. But there's been a couple that I want to call out now. First up is Image Upscaler. It's a true success story. They designed an easy-to-use interface. They leveraged all of the building blocks that Simone referenced before with our app kit. And then they just provided with a simple proposition. Your image quality upscaled with just one click. And then there's Meta Design Checker. We've mentioned that a few times today. And over the past few months, we've been working really closely with the team at Meta, and we've helped them really create this remarkable app. What I love about it, it's got some really great defaults. We talked about those last year as being so important for your app. There's really cool interactions as well that I like, and the search UI is super clear. So making it really simple for users to check if their ad design assets are ready to be published online. So at Canva, though, we talked about these last year, didn't we? We went through these principles last year, and we introduced the ways that we think about creating beautiful apps. And since then, I've noticed that most of the apps that I personally love and use the most adhere to these principles the most. And we kind of skimmed across them last year, and we thought, this year, why not dive deep into one of them? Probably one of my favorites. I think I'm going to do that. Let's go for this one. Boom. Just simple enough. At Canva, we always strive for a simple product that's understandable by a non-designer. This means no jargon or bells or whistles that only a professional designer could understand. So simple, though, it doesn't mean the opposite of powerful, right? So Canva needs to provide the flexibility and the usefulness of a real design tool, all in an easy-to-use package. And that's something that we think about constantly within the design team. Beautifully put by Albert Einstein. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler.
Can you tell me more about
I know, we say this as sounds great, but what does it actually mean? So for us, we use this process in the design team where we think about a journey towards informed simplicity. And you might think, what the hell is this guy talking about? I'll talk you through it. So you all probably know the first step that you take when you're putting your design, your app together. The design is really simple, might be on a whiteboard, back of a napkin. Maybe you start to put some elements and you think, this is beautiful, this is just going to be a great, simple app. Because no one starts out creating a complex app. It's pretty rare that people do that. But then you start to talk to people, you get feedback, love feedback. You get some people giving you some suggestions, some edge cases, and error states, and all of these things start to compile and craft up. And soon your app works perfectly. Functionally, it's doing everything, but it's become really complicated. Now, this is something that happens pretty much in every single piece of UI on any product. And a lot of people actually kind of give up at this point. They think, it does what it's supposed to do. We're done, the job is done. But that's actually just the beginning for us. We need to then take a journey towards informed simplicity. So you end up with a simple app that does everything it should do, but it's also the most simple that it can be. And a lot of that involves, looking at the whole journey there, this is actually a really hard journey though. And a lot of our designers at Canva spend pretty quickly going through here, then all of a sudden, this journey through to informed simplicity is super hard. You end up having lots of user testing, you do a lot of alignment discussions, a lot of critiques. We love critiques at Canva. And they're all well and good, but how can you take that journey as well as an app developer? And we were thinking about this, and we really feel like the fastest way to get there is having a really, really good understanding of the anatomy of design. So we're lucky enough today to have one of our product design experts, Jez, all the way from Manila, to come up and share with us everything you need to know about the anatomy of design. Come on up, Jez.
Thank you, Andrew. Hi, I'm Jez, all the way from Manila. I'm also a product designer for Canva's ecosystem group. And today I would like to walk you through what makes an app beautiful. The first building block is layout. It's the skeleton of your app. So when your app is added into Canva, it becomes part of a bigger or much bigger system. As you can see in our side panel, we have tabs like designs, elements, project, and there is apps. Native tabs, they share a consistent experience. So you have the search bar, and then the tabs, and then the grids. Each of them follows a similar pattern. So when designing your app, aim for those similar pattern layouts so our users will already be familiar with how to use this structure. Let's see an app in action. So this is an example. It's the brand folder DAM app, where layout is used really well. So at the top, we have the search, and then we have tabs, and then the grid UI, which look like the native experience that we showed earlier. And this consistency allows the users to do their tasks without having to relearn the UI every time they open a new app. So again, when designing your app, we should aim for this familiar consistency.
Next up is color. We at Canva take colors very seriously, from the homepage to the editor to buttons and typography. Every single color is chosen carefully to guide users to the next action and to make sure that our UI renders perfectly on dark and light mode. But as a developer, when you build your app, you don't have to worry about colors because our UI kit components come with all the color variants you need. So you can focus on creating high-quality app without worrying about colors. Let's take a look at an example. This is the CanBlob app, and as you can see, they use all our UI kit components, and the app renders perfectly on dark and light mode, driving users to the next action.
Next up is accessibility. So did you know that 1 in 6 people across the globe live with disability? And according to the Colorblind Guide, approximately 300 million people around the globe are impacted by some form of color blindness. But for us at Canva, accessibility isn't just a checkbox. It is a core principle. With over 190 million monthly active users, it is our duty to make sure that everyone, regardless of their abilities, can use Canva effectively. And to achieve that, we created a whole new initiative called the Ultra Inclusive. It provides clear guidance and ensures accessibility is baked into everything we design at Canva. And one of the key principles of Ultra Inclusive is to make every bit accessible. This is especially important when considering people with red and green color blindness. If your app relies solely on colors to convey information, you may risk alienating a significant portion of users. So let's take a look at this case. This is the alert message with a red background. And if you're someone with full vision, this is easily visible for you. But for someone with red color blindness, it will appear like this, dark and not colored. So when designing an alert message, remember to use both color and an icon and a clear message, ensuring it's readable for everyone so that the UI is very accessible. But the good thing is all our components in the app UI kit already take into this accessibility parameters, so you don't have to worry about them. Ultimately, accessibility isn't just following guidelines. It's about creating truly inclusive experience where everyone can participate equally.
Okay, now my turn. All right, up next is content. I like this one. One of our design principles, we say a few today, it's words are designs. Great copy and clear labels can really help the usability of your app. So when think about content, focus on two key things, clarity and brevity. Let's start with clarity. Use simple, straightforward language. Avoid jargon. And let's take a look at an example. In this case, very simple text area, a label, caption, very generic, a bit boring. There's something missing here. I'm missing the context. But I think if we apply our principle, words are designs, we can make it work. Let's take a look at this example, the ID. They added a clear label. What should your avatar say in relation to the AI avatar? A text placeholder and a word counter. All of these provides clear direction on how to use this UI. Nicely done. Next, brevity. Keep your text brief and on point. Users tend to scan text, as you might know, and not read effectively. So every single word counts. Again, another example, Murph's AI listing description. In only 3 sentences, they made it very clear what the app does for the users. I'm going to read it for you. Bring your Canva designs to life with Merv's realistic AI voices. I think I can get AI voices out of this app. Simple. Next, pick from a range of high-quality voices across different languages, emotions, and tonalities. It tells me I have a number of good options for my AI voice. Great. And lastly, all you need is a script. I think the beauty of this description is its brevity. So snappy, so on point.
And last but not the least, app listing assets. So when you're already ready to submit an app, we also ask you to provide what we call app listing assets. These assets are the first impression that your users will see. So we have to make sure they stand out and grab users' attention to encourage them to use your app. But how can you achieve that? So we also got you covered. We'll provide you with listing templates that you can use as a base to make your assets. For example, one is contextual image. It shows how your app will work within the Canva editor. I think a good contextual image is this app called AI Music. So it shows exactly what the app can do, like refine the music parameters, set duration, and your users can already see this without opening the app right away. So when designing contextual image for your app, focus on showcasing the features, just like what this app did. It will help the users quickly understand how to use it. The other way to go about it is to go editorial style. It's a quick way to showcase the capabilities of the app. This style doesn't show the UI or the app in action, but instead it highlights the final output or the results that the users can achieve using your app. A good example is from Image Upscaler. Here it shows the before and after results, and it allows the users to clearly see the potential final output they can achieve. And one last and really important bit is the app icon. Your app icon is the visual identity of your app in our marketplace. So creating an app icon is somehow a balancing act because it needs to stand out, but at the same time be easily recognizable. And most importantly, it should represent what your app does so the users have a clear idea on what it's going to do. Let's take a good example here with Magic Morph app. The app icon, you can see the letter M split into 2. And you can see the M morphing into an artwork in this side. We also have the app icon guidelines available in our documentation, which can help you design your own app icon. So there you have it, the anatomy of what makes a beautiful app. Let's welcome Andrew back to the stage to bring it all together.
Thank you so much, Simone and Jez, for running us through the anatomy of a great design. Hopefully that's going to help you take your own journey with your app from uninformed simplicity to informed complexity, down the hard road to informed simplicity, where you can see the land of beautiful apps is down there. We've had some of our talented product designers from Canva here today to take your own journey towards simplicity and help you create the world's most beautiful app. We've actually got some of our designers downstairs. They're here to help you with any of your burning questions that you might have about how you can take that journey to simplicity. You can also use this QR code and access our amazing Design Lab website with all the guidelines, tips, and examples from today, plus a whole lot more. We have covered so much ground today, from recapping the last 12 months and getting started with our beefed up app UI kit and new app templates, understanding how the Canva design team thinks about simplicity and taking that journey towards informed simplicity, and understanding the anatomy of design to really take that journey and make a beautiful app. It's a journey, I should say, that's all about empowering our community to be creative. And I wanted to extend an invitation to all the developers, builders, and dreamers that are here today to use these tips, plus your own ingenuity, to unleash imagination onto Canva's community. Take the insights from today and build apps that take our UI to the next level. Thanks very much.